Now, for the details, let's go to the first one. To know yourself, your song, and all of its multidimensional wholeness and its sacredness. This is kind of hard to separate from the second one, which is know the sacred feeling of your song. So I guess I have to talk about the two of them together. Your song is what my teachers, the Hetakas, the Peruvian tribe, this is the word that they use to describe themselves in totality, their whole spirit, their beingness, their emotions, their mind, their physicality, the whole spiritual essence, their auric field, everything, their totality. They called their song, and that's a poetic reference, and which is so Heteka. It's just, they're extremely poetic kind of people. Their language is extremely poetic, very metaphorical. There's called they call themselves storytellers. So your song, it's like music. It's like magic, like poetry, like the sounds of symphonies harmonizing and the dance of it all, uh, the beauty of our song. And they say it's sacred, it's divine. We are a divine piece, a unique individual piece of creator. And when you think about that, if you let yourself feel that, that just says that feeling, it's so much more than a picture like a photograph. It's millions of words, volumes and volumes of possible words. The feeling of your song that's your identity. That's your real identity. That's who you are, who you really are, who you really have been. Ancients say we've been alive, we've been existing. Our song has been in existence for eternity, for so long, ancient. And we are vast. Your song is just huge, vast. And in this ancientness and this vastness, we've been in many different kinds of incarnations and lifetimes and experiences, many of them on this planet Earth, as people, as plants, as animals, as rocks, as a mountain, as the air, as the water, all kinds of different things. And there's no hierarchy to it. You pick. You pick what you want as your next life. If you want to be a water spirit being and be that water, a certain body of water, then that's your next life. You arrange that however they do on that plane of existence to to be a water spirit or the mountain spirit or the wind spirit or another human or to be an animal or plant or even a rock or the dirt or a big piece of land. It's it's endless. And of course, out in the universe, we have a big universe. I think there was some movie there where this guy called it a big ass universe. Well, yeah, it is. It goes on and on and on. It's got all kinds of stuff in it, and lots of planets, and lots of stars, and lots of galaxies, and lots of nebulas, and lots of things we don't have names for yet, and all kinds of energy fields, and just it just goes on and on. And we can be part of those things. You could be a star if you want to, or be a gang of different spirits who want to be a star together as a single star. And we've done all those things. We've been around for so long. We've had so much time to go so many different places and be so many different things. And this is who we are. This is what we are. We're a unique individual piece of creator, and being that unique piece of creator, we have creative abilities ourselves. We help create star systems and planets and nebulas and the earth and whatever's going on the earth. We're a, we're a big factor in the creation of what we see around us and what's been around us, what will be around us, and our everyday lives, our everyday simple lives. Our song, um, it is the creator and master of these things, and we live it out. We live out this experience, and of course that is shared with everybody else because we are so connected, so very, 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 very connected to everything. And in these connections, they're very talkative. They tell it all. Gossip City, they tell it all. So the whole universe knows about you and who you are and what you've been doing in this life, in other lifetimes. And being this incredible entity and so unique and individual, we have the feeling. The feeling of our song is unique. There's nothing else in the universe like it. And we get to know ourselves by learning that feeling, by learning who we are, learning what that feeling is, how we are it, how we use it, how we have been it. When we were on Alpha Centauri, uh, being some other race and doing things super differently than we do here, the entity that you were when you were out there on Alpha Centauri, that's your song. That's you. You did that. You are that. You retain that. You retain all the memories. But there's a unique feeling to that song. It's a very unique feeling. And that's why the Hetakas have this ceremony they call the song ceremony. They're simple people. Song ceremony. And they do it every chance they get, any excuse they have, time for a song ceremony. And what that is a meditation where you turn your attention into yourself and you feel your own state of being. And particularly when you're happy, something that's happy. And what my teachers told me, they said, remember a time in your life, this lifetime, when you felt really, really happy, having a lot of fun, or some kind of big excitement. Maybe you were on a roller coaster, uh, and it was, such a huge thrill. Or maybe you're hiking around in the winter and you come across uh, a plant that's stuck up out of the snow and is blooming, and it's so beautiful. And it's such a surprise. It takes your breath away, and you feel the plant, and it's just so oh, that so happy, so beautiful, so much love, feeling like that. or feeling like falling in love. Everybody's fallen in love. Even when we were a kid and we got a crush on somebody, and it was just, we were just so enamored with whoever the other one was. That feeling of being in love. That that is the feeling of your song. That feeling of the happy and the excitement and the beauty, the wonder, the awe, the love. That's who we are. That's what we feel like. That's what our beingness has always felt like. That feeling is our signature, our unique signature through the universe. That's how we're known through the universe, is the feeling, this feeling of your song. And so we turn our attention to that and focus on it more and more and more. And pretty soon you learn how to just tune into that feeling and be in a meditation full of that feeling, and you could just let it take you and show you about yourself and how you relate to the universe, teach you, show you in person how this universe works, how this massive connectedness works, how the whole field of that works. And that's what we do in a song ceremony. We are exploring ourselves and our song and the feeling of it and who we are now, who we always have been, what kind of lives we had before, and how do they relate to this life? Because they always do. They always do. A lot of times, a number of our lifetimes are kind of thought of as a group, as they're super connected in terms of their goals of what you want to accomplish in that particular lifetime or that group of lifetimes. And we learn so much more about what our purpose in this lifetime is and how it relates to the purpose of this other lifetime and that other lifetime, and how they have these similarities to them. And what you learn then informs you about what you're learning now. It enriches it. It enriches you. So that's the short talk about our multidimensional wholeness and the sacredness of our song. Obviously, we we do things in multiple dimensions. We're in 3 dimensions here, but um, most people don't realize it until they've been in some kind of spiritual study for quite a while. There are parts of us that extend into other dimensions. And sometimes we have lifetimes in other dimensions. And we can investigate that and feel it and remember it and perceive what's there and how it relates to us and how it relates to our world, how it relates to your purpose. Having a purpose in life, knowing it, at least a really good idea of the neighborhood of what your purpose in life is all about. It makes all the difference in the world, in your whole life, and how you experience your life and how fulfilled you can become in this lifetime by understanding your purpose and understanding your own song. And you see why the Hetakas use that word, because songs and songs that intermingle and go dance with each other, and they they become grand symphonies, and the harmonics of it, and the aliveness. That's, the whole dance and movement of song. That word expresses our incredible aliveness and the aliveness of everything else around us. Everything's alive. Everything. And when you start to learn what your song is, and then what it feels like and how it's interacting, you feel the aliveness of these other songs. And everything has a song. Everything's alive. Everything has a song. It means it has consciousness, it has awareness, it has what we might refer to as emotions and mind and thinking. Although some of these things, like a rock, they think a little bit differently. They tend to have a sensibility about them that it usually is slow. They've been around in that form for a really long time. They know how to not get in a hurry about things, not rush. But you can feel it. You can learn about it. You could learn the secrets of the universe from a rock, from the dirt, from a tree, from the wind, from the water, from the stars, from the sky and the void, the big black void out there, which is not empty. It's super full and alive and conscious. So these are just some of the things that we start to feel and experience, and that gives us a true knowingness, and we can use our mind like a tool and let it help us explore these things, to feel them, to understand them, to, like the mind likes to do, it likes to put things in order and file them away, which it could be a very handy thing, very handy tool. So, what do you all have to say about that?
That's pretty deep stuff.
That's pretty deep. It gets deeper. This is the shallow end. I read you this part of the list. That's the shallow end of the pool. That's where we all start. We start in the baby pool.